Bernard, any reaction? Any reaction?
So if you go past five rounds, it's a wrap.
It wasn't a
down to so many people, bro. The overhand right. Jake's got a tough chin, dude. I think he does whatever he wants after this. He just has such big balls, dude. He had to keep moving. That was the only strategy. People are gonna say he ran around the ring. They don't know. They don't understand fucking boxing.
You showed a ton of heart, right?
Ton of heart.
Just let me know your thoughts on Jake going 6 rounds with AJ.
You know, the fact that he did that, it was good because you know we didn't think it was going to go 6 rounds. We thought it was going to go 2. So the fact that he made 6 rounds is an accomplishment for Jake Paul.
I mean, I expected Jake to fight the way he fought.
Right.
You know, trying to stay away. You don't know if how long that's gonna last. You know, Joshua has something to say about that. So you don't know, but I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised.
Right. Were you, I don't know, impressed by anything Jake did? Maybe getting, I mean, he took a right hand to heavyweights have taken and.
Yo. Don't mind me. Just smoking on that Jake Paul pack. Honestly, Jake Paul, trash. Tommy Fury, trash.
Knocks out Jake Paul in the 6th round. He had multiple knockdowns throughout this fight. A little bit of a weird, scrappy fight. Even the referee had to pause the fight in about the 4th round and say, listen, the fans didn't come to pay for this crap. And Joshua handles Jake the business, the 2-time heavyweight champion of the world.
Jake.
What up, brother? What'd you think, brother?
I can't say Jake Paul don't got heart, bro.
Wow, incredible, right? I mean, he kept taking the right hands, the left hooks. What did you think?
You can't say Jake Paul don't got heart, bro.
You got it.
It's good, bro. You the old guy now. That's crazy. Hey, so what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do this 4 rounds left? You lost every single one of them. You lost every single round.
What was it? Was it a little too long to get done, or?
When you fight someone like that, it moves around a lot, and you have to try and pick your moments, pick your shots.
Yeah,
That's what he did, so congratulations to Joshua.
man, and credit.
Rugby attacking you, but he had to do what he had to do to survive, and he did that. So, you know, it's very difficult to go in like, you know, out the ring for 14 months and just be razor sharp with a guy running. And so, yeah, probably 2 or 3.
No, take this up. He's up. He's up. The first couple shots didn't land clean. The last one landed clean.
Where did Jake go from here?
Like you say, he need a rest. Take some time off. Enjoy the fruits of his labor.
Say what you want about Jake Paul, but that boy is a real showman. He got some real clean hits on, but I'm not gonna lie, what really got him down bad was the fact that he got gassed, bro. That was really it. He got so gassed. But one thing I think this fight did is it gained him a little bit more respect amongst the boxing community, bro.
Boxing professionals have dropped their predictions for the Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua fight, and it's definitely not what you think. Perhaps unsurprisingly, given the rumored 2026 fight being cooked up between himself and Joshua, Fury has publicly backed Paul to beat his fellow Briton. Jake Paul chins AJ, 100%, predicted the currently retired former 2-time world heavyweight champion. If they fight, I'm putting £1 million on Jake Paul. Fury, 37, also said he thinks Joshua is a spent force while Paul is on the rise. I like Paul's new heavyweight look. He is a bit chubby, a bit bulky. He is getting there, he continued. Unified heavyweight champion Usyk, the only man to get the better of Joshua twice, was less convinced of a potential upset. If Anthony Joshua wants, he will kill this guy, the Ukrainian said. Listen, a lot of questions. Blah, blah, blah. Joshua is an Olympic champion. First, Jake Paul is a sportsman, a YouTuber, a showman. Joshua is a Rolls Royce. Jake is a Fiat. Usyk, 38, added, yes, I will pray for Jake Paul. I want to fight with Jake Paul in the octagon. Former American world heavyweight champion and knockout aficionado Wilder appeared to back Joshua, but admitted the fight seems scripted. In my opinion, it's scripted a little bit because of the weight difference, and Joshua's a former champion, and also he's current, he's active, Wilder, 40, said. This is going to be the first time we see Paul fighting an active fighter. We've seen the Mike Tyson fight. That was all fun. That was cute. It was fun and games, but now you're dealing with a real professional. He added, I just want everybody to have fun. We risk our lives for others' entertainment. Just go home safely and say we did a great job." British former two-weight world champion David Haye, meanwhile, called Joshua a real clean athlete who is going to inflict some horrendous and lasting damage to Jake Paul. Haye, 45, added, "I hope we've got a referee in there who's quite compassionate, because if Jake Paul is left up against the ropes with Anthony Joshua unloading on him, it could be the end for him. It could be Paul's last day on Earth. In reality, it shouldn't go ahead." Conor Benn, who recently won his middleweight rematch against rival and fellow British Chris Eubank Jr., said he admires Paul's bravery in stepping into the ring and admitted that anything can happen, but appeared relatively convinced of a Joshua victory. "I'm sitting there thinking I could beat Jake Paul," he said. "Then I'm sitting there going, how does AJ not beat Jake Paul? There's obviously something there, though. There might be a chance." The 29-year-old continued, "What chance do I give Paul? My head straight away just goes, have the ambulance ready. Then part of me goes, but listen, we live in a world where anything can happen. So I give it maybe 10%. He's got gloves, he's got a chin, he's got hands." Ben praised Paul for being commercially smart to convince Joshua, the golden boy of British boxing, of boxing as a whole, to fight him, before adding, "But then I'm thinking to myself, is he actually that smart? Because if he was, then he wouldn't have taken this fight. Is he seeing something that we're not seeing? Is he smart, or is he just mental? But there's a method to the madness." Paul knows the magnitude of this event. I don't know how he does it, or even how he thinks he can win it, but there's obviously something there. A former world champion in 4 weight classes, Roy Jones Jr. evidently knows a thing or two about packing on the pounds, as Paul will be hoping to have done in advance of facing the bigger, heavier Joshua. The ex-boxer, who faced Tyson a few years before Paul did, said Friday's fight was dangerous for his fellow American. "You're fighting a fellow Olympian, and Paul's a guy who just came off the street and got in, has been doing great things in boxing, brought a lot of attention to female boxing, but at the same time, you didn't grow up doing this." Jones Jr., 56, continued, "Don't get me wrong, boxing is sort of a home run sport if you can land that home run, but it also takes skills to land that home run. Joshua has skills from a younger age at landing a home run. Jake does not, so it's a tough fight. I think he feels like he's got himself up to par to where he's ready. Paul knows that if he can land a home run himself, he's seen Joshua out or down before, so he knows that if he can land one, he can get one. But it's a tough task because, like, even with Francis Ngannou, Francis did well with Tyson Fury, but Joshua's a different animal. Keeping it real, keeping it 100% with you. If you had a hard time beating Tommy Fury, how do I believe that you beat Anthony Joshua?" In terms of his advice for Paul, he added, "Go for broke. Go out there and go for the kill. You're not going to outbox Anthony Joshua. Go out there, take your time, look for the big shot, try to get it. That's the only chance you got, because you're not going to outbox AJ. Your only chance is to land that home run hit." British-Canadian boxer Lennox Lewis, a former undisputed heavyweight champion, joined Usyk in predicting an easy win for Joshua. "Entertainment and money make strange bedfellows," the 60-year-old wrote on X. "This should be easy work for AJ, though. Shout out to Jake for stepping into a fight like this. I didn't see that coming." There's little surprise that boxing promoter Eddie Hearn thinks Joshua will win this crazy bout. He admitted, "We just couldn't turn it down. No boxer in their right mind would have said no. Anyone who says they would is completely lying through their teeth. We took a fight that we believe will be very straightforward. We'll give AJ a huge profile in America and one of his career high paydays." Hearn continued, "We have a clear strategy in mind, to knock Jake out ASAP. Then we go into normal service being resumed in 2026. There's a method to this madness, and taking this fight does not affect AJ's legacy, but losing to Jake or it even going the distance would. It would be an absolute disaster and awfully embarrassing. And that's all for now. For the very best updates on news, moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing, stay connected with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications to get notified when we drop quality contents like this. Until next time, peace out.